cockpit. It's the Tom Leykis Show.
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You got to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the program. Here we are together on the radio. You and me. It's fantastic. Tell you what. It's great to be on the radio here. It's great to be anywhere. I'll tell you that right now. Thank you for being a part of the program. We appreciate it. And as far as being part of the program is concerned, I'm talking to people who, if you're just tuning in, and maybe you are. Yeah, I'm not talking to people who, like, were married for 4 years and the husband got a temporary assignment in, Japan. No. This is somebody you've never lived with, okay? You met him. Maybe you met him on vacation. We had one guy who met somebody on a cruise. We had another guy who met somebody in Bolivia. We had another guy who we had people meeting all over the place, right? You're on vacation. That's usually what happens, right? You're on vacation, you meet somebody, and, of course, you just start banging away, right? You're boozing, got a good little buzz going on there, right? I use Cabo as an example. So many people from L.A. go to Cabo, right? But, you pick your place. Could be anywhere. You're boozing. You go back to the hotel room. What goes on the road stays on the road. So the two of you go back to the hotel room and you start banging away, right? And it's like, wow, this is great. I'm on vacation. I'm getting laid. This is great. Wake up the next morning, bang a little more, and then you decide to, do a little change in plans. Here you got somebody right there. So instead of your original plan of, going out to a different club every night and dancing at a different place every night and boozing and banging a different person every night, instead, for 5 or 6 or 7 nights in a row, you are just banging away with the same person. You're swapping spit with the same person for 6 or 7 straight nights, okay? And then the two of you go back home. And the example I use, one of you is in L.A., one's in Milwaukee, okay? So there you are. You're in separate cities, and you are writing back and forth. You are calling back and forth. You are cyber-sexing back and forth. You are phone-sexing back and forth. You are talking, and you're having these incredible conversations on the phone with this person. Now, all you did was have sex with them, and now you're talking to them, and you're actually thinking to yourself, this is, amazing. I can't believe how good this is. Dean, did that happen to you? It did happen to you. It did, I know. Where is she now? Oh, I ran into her one night in Seattle. I remember that. I did not recognize her right away, which really pissed her off. It's because you've had so many. Right, Snuggles? Yeah. All right, so there you are. You're in separate cities, and you're writing back and right. So you got the power tools out every night. And you got the camcorder. Yeah, not the camcorder. The webcam going. You're putting your crotch up to the camcorder and you're up to the webcam, and you are just amazing. You're trying to plan when you're going to see each other again. And so what do? Now you've got this person, they're far away, and let's face it, time passes and you'd like to see them again. You'd like to bang the crap out of them again. So you go on the road. You meet, I once had one of these relationships, and what we did was we went to a different city every other weekend. One weekend we go to New York, another weekend we go to New Orleans, another weekend we go to Miami. We were going to different cities, checking into hotels, banging away, okay? So what happens is, there you go. You go to their town, they go to your town. You go on vacation together. You do stuff together. And then you go back home and you continue writing and calling and writing and calling, and you're obsessed. It's just, you're obsessed with it. Finally, at some point, one person or the other has this idea, hey, I know what? Why don't we live in the same place? Why do we live in the same city? Why don't we just get together and move in, or I'll move to your town, maybe I'll move to your apartment building, and how about the people who get on the phone and go, hey, let's get married, right? So you do that. She leaves Milwaukee for L.A., or you leave L.A. for Milwaukee. Oh, my God, oh, the humanity. Or two of you end up in some, like a third city or something like that. You get together, you move in together, and now you are with a person you've only been within a hotel room. And the only place you've been with this person, you have to dial 9 to get out, okay? The only place you've been with this person is like when you want to eat in the morning, you can't cook anything. You got to call room service, and there's an 18% charge for room service. You know what I'm talking about. Now you're at their house. You're at their apartment. You know, you're at their place, right? And now you find out everything about that person that you didn't know before. You find out that they only like having sex when they're in hotels on the road. You find out that they got crazy relatives. You find out that they only like to eat one color of M&Ms. You find out that in reality they've got 27 convictions for domestic violence, and they start beating the crap out of you. You start finding stuff out that you could never have known because you got so swept up in the whole thing, right? You got swept up in it. It got so exciting because it was so great those couple of times you met on the road, or you met at their city or your city or whatever, that finally you get together, and then you find it's like a freak show. It's like a horror show. Now you are with this person, and they are not who you thought they were, and they do not do what you thought they would do, and they do not act the way you thought they would act. In Dean's case, that's right. Dean moved in with someone. Well, we'll just say it. What the hell, because I'm not using her name. Dean says she was a drunk and a total bitch. Yes, well, that's true. And her best friend was an alleged Catholic school teacher who said she doesn't usually have sex with people. And I suspect the two of them went out banging every night, all night. And her friend said she'd never had an orgasm before, no matter how many guys she'd had sex with. So Dean, actually, this happened to Dean, okay? We're not going to mention her name, but I can't help it. Dean moved to Seattle to be with this chick. This is absolutely true. Moved in with her. You know, Dean's up, working on the show. Chicks are coming at us like a torrent of rain, Got chicks raining down all over us. One chick could suck the chrome off a trailer hitch. Dean is in. Okay, so Dean flies to Seattle, moves in with this bitch, moves in with her, and then all of a sudden, it's every night getting drunk, and then getting into a fight, and then calling 911. That's what his life turned into. Dean was spread eagle on the front lawn of this house. The cops, and what did Dean do? Dean came home one night, I guess he came home from, banging another chick or whatever he was doing, and he tried to get in, and she slammed the door in his arm and, injured his arm. So he went outside the house, sat on the stoop, the cops arrived, and they started busting on him. But it all seemed good on paper, didn't it, Dean? Yes, it did. It did. It really did. She was hot. She was rich. She did whatever you wanted her to do. And, frankly, you were in love. Not one of those times you were in love, but you wouldn't admit it to us, but we knew you were in love. We knew it. We knew it. You were in love, and you moved to Seattle to be with this chick. And she was a complete loon. Now, we told you she was a loon, but you weren't paying attention when we told you. Because, as I always say, when a guy has his foot on the gas, he's heading for the brick wall, there's no stopping him. And that was you. You were getting it on a regular basis with this chick who was insane. And the chicks who are insane generally make the best sex. It's just the best. We almost did an intervention. That's right, Gary. We almost flew up to Seattle. It was me, you, and Barty. We were going to fly up there, and we were going to intervene on Dean's behalf and tell him, Dean, you got to move out. But no, we let Dean find out on his own. She bit you. Is that so? She bit you? That's what got you off. Oh, you mean that's what got you off from being arrested? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you got off of being bitten. I didn't know. So anyway, the point is there's lots of these stories out there, right? Again, when you bang somebody or you spend vacation with them or whatever you do, they look a lot better than when you see them in their own home. You're in their home, you know what's going on there, you start finding out what they're really like. Suddenly you find out that you like getting up at 10 in the morning and they like getting up like a drill sergeant at 5. Suddenly you find out they've got a job, they work 16 hours a day. You don't like working as much. Or you like working 16 hours a day, and they don't do... Bleep me, will you? I just said I shouldn't have said that word on the air. What am I going to do? Gonna bleep myself. I get into these shticks, and then I'm like, you know. No, not, as you can see, this is not a fake conversation. I just say what I'm thinking. Couldn't say that on the air. Okay, fine. Once in a while I have to bleep myself. So you got these deals where, like, there you go. Now you're in a horror story. Now what do you do? We had the guy who called earlier who left his job on a cruise ship, docking in Vancouver. He left. He moved to Milwaukee. Was it Milwaukee or Ohio? He went to Ohio. Right. He's the one who went to Ohio. Milwaukee was my example. He went to Ohio, moved in with a chick, married her, and then found out she liked having sex twice a year. And found out that her family was crazy. And he went from being an entertainer on a cruise ship to being a carpenter at her dad's store. Living in Ohio. I mean, the guy's not even an American. He's like from Canada, and he moves to Ohio. And then he stays married to her for 4 years. I mean, holy cow, is that a nightmare? All right, so you understand what I'm talking about here. We're not talking about somebody who's already married, already living together. There you are, the two of you, like, living happily ever after, and suddenly one of you gets a transfer. Suddenly one of you has to move to Miami or London or something, and then you're having a long time. No. This is somebody you have never lived with before, but somehow you met them, somehow you effed them, somehow you hung out with them, you did stuff with them, right? You went to a cool resort with them, you went to Club Med with them. I don't know what you did, but the two of you got together, did stuff, and then you thought, this is about as good as it could possibly be. And then somebody had the bright idea with the two of you to move into the same place. You do, and then you find out the other person is, like, off his nut.
1-800-5800.
All right, give us one more crack for the road here.
Let me pull my pants down.
Okay.
Okay. This is red.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis, only on Hot Talk 1080 KOG.
Tom, thank you for tuning in. All right, your telephone calls. Wes on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Wes.
How are you, man?
Doing great.
Good. I do care, actually.
Good.
Hey, man, psycho story from hell.
Yeah.
New job, go off for training, meet this chick in class. Just do it in hotel rooms in Chicago. She's from New York, and I'm from L.A.
Right.
So we spend this week-long class, skipping the class, doing the lunch hour in the hotel room, going back to class, getting out, going out that night, partying, tearing up the hotel room.
And it was great. You just couldn't believe how lucky you were.
Oh, my God. I was the luckiest man alive. I was the luckiest man in America. I mean, I actually got fined by the hotel for the damage we did to the hotel room. Come back to L.A. She goes back to New York. We do the IM chat thing, the phone thing, the flying back and forth.
Did you do net meeting? Did you put a cooch up to the webcam?
Nah, she didn't have a laptop. We did the net meeting in the IM chat.
You don't want a computer in her lap when she's doing that. I'll tell you what.
We would fly to cities just like you all over the country, meet on the weekend, fly here, fly back there.
Yeah.
Finally, it's like, this is really getting expensive, babe. Why don't you just come on, move out here? Oh, my God.
This was your idea.
My idea.
Come on, move out here. Move out here. Come on, move out.
Well, I wasn't going to leave L.A. to go to Manhattan. I like space.
Wes, we're on the same wavelength. I would not leave L.A. to move to Manhattan either.
So she comes out here. I drove back there, loaded all my truck, stuff in my truck, drove her out here. We're on the road.
Wait a minute. Let me understand. You drove 2,800 miles to New York City.
Yes.
Loaded her stuff into your car.
Yes.
Then drove 2,800 miles back.
Yes.
With her.
Yes.
Okay.
And had a great time driving back. We were doing it in the car, driving on.
Doing it in the car, stopping at cheap hotels on the way back.
Rest stops, wherever.
Right.
We're halfway home, and she's like, well, come on, let's hurry up. I don't want to stop anymore. I'm like, hey, I've been driving. I'm kind of tired. No, let's just keep going. No, okay, pussy me. Yeah, okay, keep driving. Almost drive off the damn road and finally decide, okay, I'm stopping for the night. We finally make it back home, walks in my front door. Oh, where did you get this furniture? We're going to have to change all of this. I'm like, oh, my God. It's been 2 years now. I still can't get rid of her.
No. She moved into your place, but why do you want to get rid of her? What's wrong? We haven't heard all the details about what's wrong with her.
Oh, my God. I'm a neatnik. She will drop everywhere, all over my house. I mean, it's like the shoes are at the door, the purse is in the kitchen. Where are my keys? I can't find my cell phone. I mean, she calls her cell phone to find it every day.
So your house is a mess. She loses everything.
Everything.
And what about her mental state?
Psycho.
How so?
You said you were going to be home by 6. It's 6:20. I got stuck in traffic. Well, why didn't you call me? Because I was on my way home. Well, you said you were going to be home at 6. Well, what's for dinner? Well, what did you take out? I haven't taken anything out. I didn't know what time you were going to be home. Well, I just told you I'd be home at 6. I figured by 6:20 there might be something on the stove. Well, let's just go out. I don't like the clubs around here. They're not like the clubs in Manhattan. You have to get in your car and drive. I'm like, oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus. You're in a living hell. You're in hell.
Yeah, I'm locked into hell.
So now she lives at your house, and she's insufferable. And now, of course, how long did it take for the sex to start that long, slow drop?
Actually, she still wants it. I just can't face it. Every time I look, it's just like, okay, what's the issue today?
Oh, boy.
So that side is me. But, man, I just drives me crazy. And I'm like, go back. Just I'll drive. I'll put your stuff back in my car. I will drive you back. I don't care. Just go.
Wow. Now, why haven't you just kicked her out?
Because then the tears start. But I love you. We can make this work.
Oh, boy.
Like, yeah, but it's not working. We tried the couples therapy. The therapist told me, you two are never going to make it.
The therapist said that? They never say that.
Well, this one said you guys are totally incompatible.
You're doomed, he said.
Completely. Utterly and completely doomed.
Oh. How do you handle it?
It's a chore daily. And then my phone rings 8 times a day. What are you doing? Where are you? I'm at work, honey. Well, what are you doing? I'm working. Oh, okay, so you don't have time to talk to me. Well, what are you doing? Well, I just left California Pizza Kitchen. I just had some lunch, and I was just walking back to the car. I wanted to talk. Well, I haven't taken lunch. I'm busy right now. So fine. I'll
She's been with you. She's been with you 2 years, and she doesn't have a job.
She has a job. It's a sales job. So she's at home, and then doesn't do anything. I'll come home, and there's clothes all over the house. They've been there all freaking day long. And it's like, can we pick this up? I mean, I even got to the point of picking the stuff up and putting it on the stairs. So when you go upstairs, you can just, take it up and drop it in the hamper. No, it just stays on the stairs for a week at a time. And then it's, oh, my God, I got no underwear. That's because they're all over the house. Why don't you do some laundry? Well, when did you do laundry? I do laundry every week. You didn't do my laundry? No. I do my own.
I don't know how you take it. I don't know how you do it. I'd kick her right out the door, maybe right through the uprights. Thanks a lot for the call. I appreciate it.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles to 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Jake on a cell phone. Jake, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. What's up, man?
Not nearly enough, Jake.
First-time listener, first-time caller.
Cool.
Okay, I got a problem, actually. Too bad I wasn't listening a couple years back. Could have used a Hail Mary on this one.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I met this girl, actually, named Cindy in Orlando. Actually, it was on the Disney bus on the way to Disney.
So you're on the way to Disney World.
Oh, yeah, on the way to
In Orlando.
In Orlando.
And you meet Cindy.
What's that?
And you met Cindy on the bus.
I met Cindy on the bus. And she was really hot, real hot, I'm telling you. But she had a kid, all right? Now, I know how you feel about kids, but...
well, no, I don't want to... I don't want to have kids, I've said. I don't have any kids, but I like kids. Everybody thinks I hate kids, which is not true.
Well, they're a hassle and a half, especially with what happened to me. So anyways, we go to Disney World, we're having a jolly old time and all that. We stayed there for about a couple weeks. And
you're leaving a lot out here. You're having a jolly old time. Wait, what does that mean? You're having a jolly... She's there with her kid.
Well, actually, I stayed with her and her kids at the hotel.
She had, what, one room?
No. I had my own room, and she had her own room. But we switched back.
And where were the kids? In her room?
In her room, yeah.
All right, so how did you have a jolly old time with the kids?
Well, not with the kids, with her. Well, what I'm trying to say
No,
is...
but you're not hearing me. Let's take this one step at a time, Jake, because you got to skip over all the good stuff, and then I'm going to have to make you tell it again, okay?
Okay.
Take me one step at a time.
Okay.
So she's in a room with her kids, and you have your separate room.
And the banging was great, I'm telling you.
All right, but we haven't gotten it. Jake, you left the part out.
Yeah.
Where did you guys get into a conversation about having sex? I mean, you're leaving the good stuff out?
Oh, well, I took her to restaurants. I took her out.
Her and the kids.
Yeah, with the kids.
Took her out for corn dogs and cotton candy and other fine adult meals.
She wasn't your classy girl from Beverly Hills, I'll tell you. She was.
Of course she's not. She's in Orlando at Disney World with her kids.
One kid. 4 years old.
She's from Beverly Hills. She'll be in the south of France. The kids will be with the nanny.
Yeah. We should
not be on the bus from the airport to Disney World.
Well, kids go to bed at around midnight. So we had
How old are these kids, by the way?
One kid, 3 years old.
Oh, the kid was 3.
Kid was 3.
So the kid would fall asleep in her room, and then she would leave the kid alone in the hotel room.
Yeah.
And come to your room and have sex with you.
And come to the room and bang me all night long.
Really?
And then go back to her room. We weren't too far away, actually. We were 4 rooms away. So it wasn't that bad.
All right.
Anyways, I got her pregnant.
What?
Okay. I got her pregnant.
You got her pregnant at Disney World.
2 weeks later, I get a phone call from her. I'm pregnant.
Wait, you left the part out also, okay? Before you knew she was pregnant.
Yeah.
All right, there you are. You're at the airport in Orlando. And what did you guys...
I really liked this chick, and she really liked me.
All right, so how did you leave it when you were leaving Orlando?
When I was leaving Orlando, I gave her my number.
Gave her your number. That was your first mistake.
I gave her my address. I got her number, her address. We wrote each other. We sent emails. We did some sex on the internet.
Oh, yeah, you did. There goes the cyber. Was it cyber sex?
Yeah.
Did she have the webcam?
No, we didn't have any of that.
No?
No, we didn't invest in it.
Did she have the power tools? What'd she have?
Well, I'm sure she had a couple power tools. But, I got her to move in with me.
Wait. Again, don't skip ahead.
Yeah.
Now, where does she live?
Louisiana.
She lives in Louisiana, and you live in Vancouver, Washington?
Well, I'm calling from Vancouver, but I live in Portland.
You live in Portland. You're in Portland. She's in Louisiana somewhere.
Yeah.
So she has taken your phone number and your address, and 2 weeks after you meet, she went down to get the EPT at the supermarket or whatever, and she finds out that it pink and not blue, or blue and not pink, or whatever, and so you are the father of her next kid.
Correct.
All right. So your first reaction to that was what?
Holy crap.
Right. Okay. And then what?
I'm dealing with 2 of them now,
2 of what?
She's got a kid, now I have a kid.
Oh, you already have a kid.
My own kid now.
And by the way, let me ask you, let me guess, you're in Portland, you're Caucasian?
Yeah.
Are you married to the mother of your child?
No.
How did I know? Okay.
No.
Pacific Northwest calling, yes.
So, make a long story short, she moved in with me.
Wait. No, I don't want you making a long story short. I want the whole story.
Okay, all right.
All right, so she calls from Louisiana, and you can't believe she's pregnant.
I can't believe she's pregnant.
How long did it take for you from the time she called you and said she was pregnant to the time you suggested she moved in? How long did that take?
1 month.
So it was a month of you trying to figure out how to get out of it, or a month of you...
No, I actually really missed her. She really missed me.
You wanted her to have a baby.
I don't know. She wanted to have a baby. I told her that it wasn't the right choice to do. I think that you should get an abortion. You already have a baby.
So you tried to talk her into an abortion, and then no doubt you did what guys do. You called her up every day and said, "Are you sure? Did you go to the doctor? Are you sure? Did you go to the doctor? Are you sure it's mine? Did you go to the doctor?" You did that, right?
No, everything. Oh, yeah.
You did that. Okay, but see, you're leaving all the good stuff out. I don't want to have to tell your story here.
Okay.
You're leaving the good stuff out of the story.
All right. Well, it happens.
All right, so you tried to talk her to the abortion. Then you tried to ask her if it was really true. Maybe those tests at the supermarket aren't any good. So then you asked her to go to the doctor. Then you asked her, then she said yes. The doctor says I'm pregnant. Then you went into the slut mode. You started saying, well, are you sure it's mine? Implying that she's out effing everybody in Louisiana. Right?
I didn't do that. I didn't go that deep, you know.
Come on.
I didn't go
You
that
were
deep.
thinking it.
You know,
Come on. You were thinking it.
Well, you know, like every guy, you know.
How convenient. 2 weeks after Disney World that she's pregnant.
Yeah, well, you know, the kid was mine, obviously. You know.
What do you mean, obviously? How do you know that?
I'll tell you what I did.
She's going to F the bellboy at the hotel in Orlando. You don't know that.
Well, behind her back, I got a paternity test.
Oh, boy, this is getting even better now.
I confess. All right.
What'd
anyway,
you do? What'd you do? Like take a swatch of the kid's hair into the lab? What'd you do?
no, I took the kid to the doctor with somebody.
Really?
Yeah, and I found out, you know, this kid's mine.
Here, honey, I'm going to take the kid off your hands for the day.
I wish to God that it wasn't, you know. I wish to God it wasn't.
All right.
You know, I'd be a very happy man.
So 1 month of talking to her on the phone, and then finally you're convinced you're the father, or you're probably going to be the father. She's pregnant. It's definitely true. So, all right. So now that's 1 month after you effed her. Okay. Now,
Correct.
How long did it take from that point to when she moved in with you in Portland?
A month. One month. She moved with me to Portland 1 month later.
Wait, so she moved in a month after you met at Disney World?
Yeah.
So 2 weeks, wait, let me understand. 2 weeks after, wait, I want to get this straight. 2 weeks, you're leaving out all the good stuff and you're skipping over stuff here. 2 weeks after you effed her in Orlando at Disney World, she calls you and tells you she's pregnant. Now 2 weeks later,
yeah, so about a month.
Did you buy her a plane ticket?
I bought her a plane ticket.
So she's flying from what, New Orleans to Portland?
Yeah. Well, not New Orleans, somewhere in Louisiana.
Oh, somewhere else. You're afraid she's going to find out.
Yeah.
Right.
She moved in with me at my apartment.
A month later.
Fairly small.
So you have gone from having a kid with some other chick who you're not married to, and now you're having a kid with some chick you met at Disney World in Orlando, and a month after you have impregnated her, she has moved from Louisiana to your apartment in Portland.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're really cooking here. Now we got some details. All right. So what happened after she moved in?
So she moved in. I found out a while later she was taking some kind of antidepressant. She was a psycho, I'll tell you. Okay.
Oh, so you found out she was like on lithium or something like that?
It's like Prozac.
Prozac, and of course,
I don't know.
You didn't know when you were effing her in her hotel room that she was probably, you know. I mean, let's face it.
I don't look in the medicine cabinet.
Who meets you on the bus in Orlando and says, "Let's have sex" with my 3-year-old down the hall?
Well, I played.
You didn't worry about that. You just knew you were going to get effed good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I was playing it really good, like a player.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't realize how hard was it to play her. She just went off her medication for the day, and that was it.
Yeah, I tell you, I think it was planned by her. I think she wanted to get pregnant. She wanted to move in with me.
By the way, was she a moaner or a screamer?
Oh, she's a screamer.
All right, so she was off the medication. Most of the manic depressants are, so she was off the medication. Because when you're on that medication, there's not a lot in the way of orgasms in store for you.
Well, she was on something. I believe it was Prozac, something like that.
She was on Prozac when she had sex with you?
Yeah, she took it right before.
No, come on.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, she was boozing before.
Well, she's an alcoholic, number one. I didn't find out she was an
there we
alcoholic.
go. So she's an alcoholic. And was she boozing before she had sex with you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she definitely was not on the Prozac, because you can't take both.
Well, yeah.
I know this because I banged a chick who was boozing with me, and then later went into her medicine cabinet because I smelled a rat, and I found Prozac in there. And never saw her again, huh?
You'd think they'd be on some kind of a birth control after having a kid.
Why would you think that? She lives in Louisiana.
Yeah. Well,
just be happy that her kid isn't also her nephew.
Yeah, brother-in-law or something.
All right, so she's moved in with you, and there with her Prozac.
With her Prozac.
And her 3-year-old.
And her 3-year-old.
And her morning sickness.
Yeah, I'd say about 5 months after the baby was born, okay?
And now 5 months after the baby's born. We are now talking 14 months after you after a Disney World. 13 months after she moved in with you. Just over a year.
Something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah, anyways.
By the way, how much did you have in common with her, may I ask?
It seemed like we had quite a bit in common.
In Orlando, it seemed like that. How did it seem when she got to Portland?
Man, she didn't know how to cook. She didn't know how to clean. She was dirty. Her kids were dirty. They threw up all over the floor. You know, they.
You got to clean out your wallet. What?
I had credit cards. I was an idiot. I used to give her my credit cards to go shopping with.
Great.
She'd buy all her stuff for her kids.
Oh, very good.
You know,
by the way, what happened to the father of her kid?
He's in prison somewhere in, I don't know.
Great. He's in prison, too. That's good.
Yeah.
So instead of paying child support, the child support is being paid with your credit cards.
Yeah, prison for robbery or something like that.
Excellent. That's very nice.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't bother to ask about that either, did you?
I was with the winner, I'll tell you.
I bet you were. All right, so she has the baby, and then what happened?
About 5 months. 5 months after the baby was born,
Right.
I took her out. I said, I can't stand your crap. I can't stand the way she was messy. She was very high maintenance, but in a dirty way. She was very unclassy. She was unsophisticated. Had no intelligence whatsoever. Didn't finish high school. Didn't go to college. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
She would sit on her ass all day, watch talk shows while I'm working.
Right. And didn't clean up around there, and they just left a big mess and everything. Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everything like that.
Of course. Now let's review, Jake. You invited her to come live with you. God knows why you did that.
And the banging was the worst, I'll tell you.
Wait a minute.
After that, it was the worst.
Oh, after that, it was the worst.
It was the worst.
Was she back on the Prozac after that?
She had fungus going down there.
What?
It was bad. It was really bad. She had nasty stuff going down there and everything.
Oh my God! So
Yeah.
What was it like? Time for Monostat 7 or something? What was the deal?
It was a little bit of that. It was probably a little bit from not cleaning down there. She was a dirty person. She was filthy. She was really dirty. I can't believe what I did.
So she cleaned it up for Orlando, but then once she got to Portland, it was back to not taking a rag down there and swabbing up.
Oh yeah, we had fungus creams all over the apartment.
Okay, fascinating.
It was really disgusting.
And so you kicked her out, and all right, so she left you, and after you kicked her out, and
it was a kind of a long process to kick her out. I didn't just say pack your bags and leave. I indirectly hinted to her that I need to get my life started here.
Right.
I got to get going.
Right.
I think that it's best for you and best for the baby.
So where is she now?
She's back in Louisiana.
And she's got your kid.
She's got my kid.
And when did you hear from her attorney?
And I hate kids.
When did you hear from her attorney?
Funny you mentioned that. Actually, a month later.
I'll bet
I
you
heard
did.
from her attorney, and I got to pay, child support.
Oh,
and all
sure
that
you do. And you hate kids, and you've got 2 of them now.
Well, baby, technically 1 kid.
What do you mean technically?
Well, I have 1 kid.
No, you have 2.
Well, it's her kid. The second one's hers.
No, but you had a kid with somebody else.
Yeah, I had a kid with her.
Wait a minute.
She has a 3-year-old.
So you only fathered 1 child?
Yeah.
I thought you told me earlier that you'd had a child by a previous...
No.
And you hate kids.
I hate kids. I'll never have kids for the rest of my life. I can't stand kids.
Have you found out where to buy condoms? You know where you can get those?
I got my tube side, so.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Everything done. Got everything done.
All right, Jake.
I wish I used the Hail Mary on her. Can you explain it to me one more time?
No. Yeah, we'll do the Hail Mary another day because I've been on with you for a long time now. And I wanted to get this whole story. I wanted everybody to hear what can happen in these situations. It's pretty outrageous. But thank you for the call.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-866.
Tom, I want you.
Really?
Oh, did anyone ever tell you you're beautiful?
Yeah. You're lying to me.
Oh, baby, that hurt.
The Tom Leykis Show.
1-800-5800-TOM. He's our telephone number. This is Sean on the Tom Leykis Show. I got about a minute here, Sean. Hello.
The horror, Tom, the horror.
Do tell.
I did it. I met this girl on the internet, and beautiful stripper, 5 feet tall, 85 pounds, beautiful. Went up to Sacco for a booty call and fell in love with her, Tom. I broke all the rules. Then, we did the $200 phone bills. I'm paying for them, flying here and there between Sacco and L.A. I move her down, and she's a complete bitch. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't get a job. She won't help me out around the house. I took her out for her birthday, and she ended up spending like 20 minutes dancing with some other guy. After 3 months, I kicked her ass out.
Really?
Yeah. Best thing I ever did.
But you were in love for that few minutes there.
Oh, I was absolutely in love, and nobody could have told me anything about her.
And did you learn your lesson there, Sean?
Tom, I've got another girl who's even hotter. She's 20, and she's like 5'8", 120 pounds with like D cups, and she's in Minnesota, and she wants to move in.
Don't move her in, for Christ's sake.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Tell me up front, you just want to have sex with me. You don't want a relationship. You don't want anything. You want to call me up maybe once a week, next week, whatever. Get a little and we go our separate ways. Fine.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Yes, send us an email. Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. You got that? Tom at blowmeuptom.com.